Jesus. Why do you think
Girl. Alright. Oh my god. What's up, you guys?
This is your car? It's my stepdad. Yes, you know you took it?
I'm gonna wait for a start. Keep it on. Come on.
I'll get him, by the way. Oh, yeah. And what's your plan? Looking for my crazy brother. This time we have some more boys and friends. So we're both going there to France.
Come on. I look real from building it together, y'all.
I'm looking for my brother.
Do you believe the status to be here? We're having so many problems with police right now.
We can talk to them. I can help you.
Alright. My phone went to sleep.
You still going to find your brother? I don't have a passport. I don't have anything. I'm not welcome here. I need to be smart, not stupid. Everything. Since the very first second we met, it's been crazy, risky, stupid. I need you to do it. That's all I need. You want some now?
Make my bed.
Thank you.
Because I had to get out and go get me a cigarette. But I just wanted to come into the live today and talk to you guys because I have a lot of stuff going on right now. And a lot of the things I'm not happy about, but I need a lot of emotional support right now. Ooh, look at my pookie lips. Ooh. The lip chap is not doing me no justice. And it got worse than Carmax. But yeah, I feel like I need to talk to somebody. So I came live to talk to you guys. So I'm gonna wait for a couple more minutes and try to see if I can. Man, my other phone needs to get some people to come over so we can talk. I tried to call my best friend, and my best friend didn't answer. He wasn't available. I'm gonna try to speak from my heart, and I'm just gonna ask Holy Spirit to kind of give me discernment and give me clarity as usual, but also help me to talk about what it is that I need to talk about, right? Because what it is that I am going through, I have been going through for quite some time. Sorry, it's been hard, man. It's been hard. So I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm at a space in my life right now to where I realize that it's time for me to make a shift. But the thing about it is that the shift that it is, that what the shift is calling me to do, I'm not quite sure, right? I think I have an idea, but sometimes when you're so used to having certain individuals in your life or in your ears, it makes it hard, because what you know that you're supposed to be doing or what spirit is guiding you to do is not in alignment with a lot of people. And so one of the things that I have been struggling with is, one, getting approval from family, friends, loved ones, and two is just having acceptance. I'll give you an example. For the longest time, me and Mr. J was in a relationship where we knew that we didn't want to leave each other because we just felt like that we were sure about what it is that we wanted, and there was no other no other alternative that would come up and make us question whether or not that's what we truly desired. And as time began to change and situations and people and things had got to pouring in, we realized that moving as time grew and moved on, that we got, a little unsure. We got a little unsure about if things were going to work out. So I just, or not. So I say all that to say, sometimes you can make a decision based on where you are and who you are at the time. But when things change and the situation and the environment change, and when situations start to fluctuate, you start to see and go with the flow of what is changing and what is moving. Not necessarily negative, not necessarily positive, just adapting with the changes that comes and flows. And so I feel like, again, there are some situations that are causing me to change and causing some people to change around me. People that thought that we would always be tight and we would always be close. Some of those things have changed because they were not built on, let's just say, a good foundation, and a good foundation, just in case something didn't go down the way we had planned. We didn't have a backup plan. And even with me and Mr. J, like, we love each other to death, but we didn't have a backup plan for when shit started to go awry. We didn't have that. And so a lot of times it's good to have a backup plan. But I just say, I've been wanting to move, okay? I've been wanting to move for quite some time. And I've been getting situations that is calling me to move. And the thing about it is, a lot of people didn't prepare for that. The way that it's happening, a lot of people feel like, when you trust in God, you gotta have all the answers, or when you know what I'm saying, when you are making a big purchase, you gotta have all the answers. And the thing about it is, if you're gonna trust God, you gotta trust Him. Because I've been trusting Him. I haven't been questioning Him. I've been just trusting Him. And I feel like my problem is that I feel like I am not going to be allowed to be happy if I make a different choice. I'm just going to tell the truth. If I choose to move, if I choose to abandon my family, if I choose to embark on a new journey, I will be causing somebody else some inconveniences. because that is not what they agreed upon. You know what I'm saying? That is not what we previously agreed upon. Now, I didn't make any agreements to them about anything. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make any agreements besides the fact that I would love you always. But I know, but I'm in my head, because we're not in an alignment, because we're not in alignment, it is causing their fear to be it's causing me affliction, because we're not in alignment. Sorry, y'all, I'm just picking at myself. But yeah, because we're not in alignment, because we have not made an agreement, because, you know, things are not the same, because, you know, they have the fears, and, you know, you can't have your foot in, and you gotta make certain decisions and sacrifices. And I feel like a lot of times now, more than ever, we want to have our foot in and we want to have our foot out. And I feel like Spirit is saying, if you're going to do anything, you gotta trust God, but you also gotta trust yourself. And it's hard when I believe in myself to be able to go into a situation where I don't have the clearance, because what's holding me back is not me. It's not me. And you got to think about this shit. When you are a spiritual person, you just know. When I don't have to explain it, but when you don't have clearance for people, let's just think about it like this, right? I'm just going to give a random example. Think about when people are going through hard life. Put it to you like this. Fuck all that. You know how when somebody is dying and they know they dying, but they know that they're dying, and you feel it, but they're continue to suffer and be in this position and lay up in this bed day in and day out in pain, and then they're holding on for somebody because they feel like they can't move on and go on, because this person, if they leave, then they will be hurting this person. That's kind of how I feel, but I'm not dying. That's how I feel. I feel just like that. When somebody is on their deathbed and they've been struggling and in pain and suffering for all of this time, as soon as the person that they have been waiting to get the approval from, or whoever that is that they hold it or they feel like they gotta hold on for, finally gives them that approval, they finally just die. It's instantaneous. It's always within a day or a couple of hours or a couple of days. It's never like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stretch it out for another month. That person be gone. Do you hear me? And I feel like a lot of times we don't realize that we go through the same things it's the same shit. Like, just allow this person to be themselves. Can you please accept it? And the longer that you choose to hold on to this person that you know you're supposed to be letting go of and let free, you could be a lot happier. That person could be a lot happier. And it's like you are holding on for dear life. You do not want this person to go because you're scared, because you don't want to lose your person, because whatever the fuck. Even with me, I did the same thing to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I didn't. You know, because I've always had the ideology that, you know, allow people the same grace as that you would have for them to give unto you. And if somebody tell you that they're not happy and they don't want to be in a relationship with you no more, let that person go. You can love them and it can hurt you. But don't make nobody stay with you just because you're not happy. I mean, just because you're not happy with the fact of them walking away. Let that person go. What the fuck do you look like? Hold on to somebody, making them suffer in silence. You understand what I'm saying? Because you are selfish. Because you don't want to feel the pain of having to deal with your own shit and actually be alone. What the hell? And so I'm going through this again. I don't know what type of contracts that I've made or previously soul contracts I've made with these people to where they just is like, no, you know what I'm saying? You are not going to leave. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do this. Like, bitch, you right. I'm not. Because you won't let me. You won't let me have peace on earth. You want me to suffer. You will not forgive me for whatever the fuck it is that I did to you, or whatever the fuck that you did to me. You just cannot. And so day in and day out, we continue to play this fucking game, and we both unhappy. But you have more happiness in knowing that you keeping me from something that I'm supposed to be doing than you actually supposed to be having. And one thing about it is two damn things for sure. Neither one of us are going to be happy in the end if we continue on this same motherfucking process. And I say all of this because my family have been doing it for a long time. They won't let me let me live to save my life. They make it so hard and complicated because if I try to do something that I want to do, they'll play on my conscience. Like, they'll play on my emotions. They'll play on my heartstrings type shit. And try to make me feel bad for me doing something for me. Well, when you was out there doing whatever you was doing, you didn't have me making you feel bad for it. I just allowed it. Because there's nothing that I could do about it at the end of the day. You're grown. You're your own individual. And when I came out your coochie, or I didn't come out your coochie, whatever the situation was, and even if you ain't even gotta be my mom, you could be my cousin, you could be whatever the fuck, you could be whoever the fuck. When I came into your life, I didn't come attached to you. Because if that was the fact the case, I wouldn't have came out your coochie. Or, we would have been attached. You understand? So a lot of this shit, I don't understand. It is stressful, and it makes me not want to be here anymore because I don't feel like I can be free. And even with them, I feel like, even with Mr. J, I hate to say it, like, I felt like I couldn't be free from his ass at one point. And it's just like, would you please, I just want to be free. I just want to be free. Why won't you let me be free? Please let me be free. And then finally let me be free. It was unexpected, but he let me go. My parents will not let me go. I could give them $1 million and they still some type of way will be like, girl, where you going, what you doing, where you at? And it's sad. It is sad. It's a fucking shame that somebody that's supposed to have your best interest at heart don't even care for real. You know what I'm saying? But they make it seem like it's so real. But do you see the psychotic that you doing? This shit is psychotic. It just don't make no sense. You didn't want me to you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay, if it's my way or no way. Why do I have to fight with you about my life? Why do I have to fight so hard for my life? It's sad. I have to fight you guys for something that you don't even own. You don't even possess. It doesn't even belong to you. So why are you trying to control it? Love is supposed to be free. It's not supposed to be controlled. That's what's wrong with a lot of motherfuckers now in this witchcraft shit, but this hoodoo. Y'all don't want to let a motherfucker live. That's why y'all, I'm just saying, because if a motherfucker really loved you, they'll love you enough to let you go. You won't have to kill them to get that point across. You won't have to motherfucking beat their ass to get them to try to understand the love that you're trying to give, because you shouldn't have to do all that in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? And so while I'm over here playing in my mind trying to figure that out, it's like a conversation that I just have to have, that I know I feel like it's pointless. And no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I just feel like I'm going to have that looming over me until I'm not here. Until that person or those persons choose to fucking release me. But they're just not ready to. I don't know why. Girl, the raping is over. All that chaos and shit that had happened in my past, if you hold on to that, I don't know why, because I'm not. I'm living in the present. And it just shows, if you still worried about how I feel about that, just lets me know that you're not really, because I'm not living in that past. I'm living in the present, working towards my future. And if I can't, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here, because I can't fake the phone. And that shit will drive you and it make you depressed. I understand now why I took myself through these different hoops and all these different things and struggles and shit just for them to be happy. And it's just like, you still not happy. I wouldn't give a fuck if I had 17 children and was married. You still wouldn't be happy, because you will still be stuck on the fact of why I have 17 children instead of just loving the damn children, instead of just loving me. You see what I'm saying? And I get tired of other people having to fend for me and feel sorry for me in spirit, because these people just haven't learned it yet. Other people are having to suffer. People, that shit don't even have nothing to do with them, but they're being affected by somebody else's shit because they don't even want to deal with their own fucking shit. I just want to live my life. It don't matter how the fuck I live it. I don't give a fuck if I'm homeless. Can you just accept that? Do you accept anything that's real? Like, I know I'm not the best person. I know I don't have a job. I know all these different things. I know that. But can you understand and rationalize my mistakes are not my mistakes, and they do not deflect or reflect or define you? They don't define who you are. They don't make or break you. It's not your life. You lived your life. So how is my shit connected to yours? Why do you even think about it like that? Because clearly you do, because of the way that you just continue to go. I don't know where this is going. I'm just tired again. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. My head hurts. And every year, all year long, I'm just in suffering. I'm just in suffering every year, all year long. I don't care how many achievements that I make and that I allow myself to be proud of, there is still going to be somewhere where somebody else is not happy with that. So they try to compensate their supposed happiness and their proud feeling of that with, oh, you still not where you're supposed to be, or you still not where you could be, or where you still haven't done that thing, that sporadic thing. Bitch, I'm not dead. I still got a long ways to go. Why I got the rush? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck you act like I'm just out here smoking crack, heroin. Like I'm just out here just doing the fucking goofy and don't give a fuck who I'm fucking. I'm selling my pussy. I'm letting all these Johns fuck me and I got HIV. Like, what the fuck? Like I at least before you get out, you can at least go to school and, at least get relative. Like, the fuck? Who said I couldn't? Why you giving me the death sentence? Why you writing me off so quick? Because those be the questions that I be wanting to answer. But I don't want to fight. Like, I'm tired of fighting people. Like, I'm just tired of trying to even get answers. Like, I'm just tired. Like, I keep saying it because that's just, I just want a breath of fresh air. And I don't know if we want this Mercury retrograde or what the fuck, but it's starting to like get under my skin like it is when, like, why do the fuck do I have to keep fighting like this? I done cried so much in the past 3 days. It's ridiculous. Just off of people just being people. Like, just being people. Like, there's no other way for them to be. They're just peopling. And meanwhile, I'm just trying to people too. I'm just trying to people my own way. And the more that I try to do it, the tired I get. I be ready to give up. Because sometimes I don't even feel like fighting. Like, and so I just continue to ask for y'all to lift me up spiritually, mentally, if you can. I'm about to try to lay down so I can try to get some of this shit up off of me, because so my phone keep blacking out, keep going to sleep and shit. I got 40%. I don't know why I keep doing that, but I'll see y'all next time. If y'all have anything to say, any advice, leave it in the comments. Please don't let this video be the video that you bypass without saying anything or leaving me any positive words or anything like that, because I really need it too.